Thank you. The race for the Republican presidential nomination is getting a little bit nastier with new charges of so-called push polling. That is the practice of calling up voters pretending to conduct an ordinary poll, but the actual aim is to spread negative information about the other candidate. For days now, the McCain campaign had accused the Bush campaign of using that tactic, and Senator John McCain is going to be joining us in just a few moments. But first, as ABC's Linda Douglas reports, this issue came to a head yesterday during a McCain rally in South Carolina.
At a town hall, Donna Duran told John McCain that her teenage son admires him and was upset when he answered a call from a man who claimed to be taking a poll.
He said, "Mom, someone told me that Senator McCain is a cheat and a liar and a fraud." And he was almost in tears. I am so mad. I was so livid last night I couldn't sleep.
I will tell you that what you've just told me has had a very profound effect on me.
Mrs. Duran said she did not know who made the call, but McCain blamed it on so-called push polling by the Bush campaign.
I'm calling on my good friend George Bush to stop this now. To stop this now. He comes from a better family. He knows better than this, and he should stop it.
The Bush campaign insisted no one in its campaign is authorized to make such a call.
I don't accept that kind of phone calling. If anybody in my campaign has done that, they're going to be fired.
McCain made the most of the incident, phoning the teenage boy who got the offending call.
Is Chris around?
And for one more day, he kept Bush on the defensive. Linda Douglas, ABC News, Charleston, South Carolina.
And Senator John McCain joins us now from Charleston, South Carolina. Senator, good morning. Nice to see you again.
Morning, Jack.
Senator, do you have any real proof that the Bush campaign was responsible for that telephone call?
No, I do not. I know that the Bush campaign said they were doing, quote, advocacy phoning. I know that there's other evidence of phone calls made out of by some outfit in Houston, Texas. There's a proliferation of negative attack ads against me by the Bush campaign and many other, quote, outside organizations that are going on here in South Carolina. But the point here, Jack, is I've asked Governor Bush that he and I together take down all negative ads, try to root out any of the other negative ads that are going on from anybody and condemn them and stop them. That's what we ought to all take it down, get back to the kind of campaign we ran in New Hampshire that accounted for the highest voter turnout in the history of the state of New Hampshire.
There have been allegations from both campaigns about the so-called push polling. Have your folks been authorized to make phone calls and to engage in that type of a tactic?
No, nor have there been any evidence of any of those phone calls made attacking Governor Bush. All of these calls, and we continue to get evidence again last night that it's still going on, are calls that are attacking me. But clearly, the problem here is that there is an orchestrated effort to smear me and to take me down. And look, I'm a big boy. We can take it. We're going to win this. We're going to win this campaign, or we got a great shot at it anyway. But it isn't that it harms me, Jack. What it does, it harms the process. And we all know that this kind of thing depresses voter turnout and is harmful to young people, as it was terribly harmful to that 14-year-old boy. That's the exact antithesis of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to motivate young people to be involved. This young man said that I was his hero, and it turns out he has to take a phone call calling me a liar and a fraud and a cheat. That's really not what American politics should be all about, and Governor Bush can stop all this by he and I just saying, okay, no more negative ads, no more negative comments, let's get back on the issues.
There are skeptics out there that are looking at what took place in the town meeting yesterday and not questioning the veracity of the young man or his mother at all, but they're saying, well, maybe this was sort of too good to be true, that the McCain campaign took this and ran with it farther than they should have, to have made more out of it than they should have. What do you think of that criticism?
Well, I think you saw the tape where a mother stands up and tells about her son who said I was his hero, was then subject to a call and almost reduced to tears. I think it's our obligation to try and stop such a thing. What else should I have done? It's the first time in this campaign that, frankly, I was a bit unnerved because the kind of impact that it has not only on this young person, but how many other thousands of young people in South Carolina are being subjected to this same thing.
Governor Bush has complained about one of your ads where it says that he, Governor Bush, twists the truth like President Clinton does. And he says that is inappropriately negative and way too personal.
Well, I didn't say that, but he was the first one in a debate to say that my policies were, quote, like Clinton, in fact, and like Gore. The fact is that I have told it exactly what the facts are about the surplus. He has no new money in it for Social Security and has no money for paying down the debt. Most Americans and most Republicans agree with me. I'd like to get back on that debate rather than this constant barrage of attacks that they're mounting. So far, I have not seen a positive ad from the Bush campaign in the last few days. But look, we're having fun, Jack. It's a great ride. I rely on the people of South Carolina to see through this fog, but I just wish that we could stop harming young people. That's what this is really supposed to be all about.
There are, picking up on that notion, there are Republican strategists, Republican loyalists that are seriously concerned over the nature of this campaign. And they're concerned that at the end, that one of you will have beaten up the other so much that whoever is left standing may well be unelectable when it comes time to take on the Democrats.
Well, I think that's a legitimate concern, although Bradley and Gore have been in a bit of a food fight. But the fact is that that's another reason why I want all these ads taken down. That's why I keep saying, Governor Bush, let's take these ads down and let's stop it. That's what I want us to do. So far, he has adamantly refused to do that. Look, we all know that at least in the establishment in Washington, there's panic going on because they're afraid that I'm going to break the iron triangle of big money, lobbying, and legislation, and some of this is a manifestation of that. But I'm not going to be bothered by it. We're pressing on. We're having fun. We've got very enthusiastic crowds, and we've got a message, and we're sticking with it.
You mentioned that you're having fun. As we wrap up here this morning, I understand there was actually a literal food fight on your bus just recently between some of the campaign folks and some of the media folks.
Yes, you know, these reporters are such low life, so I'll tell you, I'm sure that my campaign had nothing.
That's Mr. Low Life to you, sir.
My campaign people are, even though they're usually off work release programs, they're very fine people, and they don't associate with them.
Senator, always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for joining us
Thanks,
this morning.
Jack.
You take care. We'll see you again.